Hello and welcome to another edition of Stockwatch on this 1st of February, starting the new month off, and very good insights into stocks as we look at the European stocks this time around, as Ryanair have released their Q4 profits, and it has actually missed quite a big margin. It is the loss is broadly in line with estimates at 101 million euros or $107 million, but the 96 million euro loss that came in has sent shares down by just over 3% in yesterday's trading. But as I said, it was in line with estimates at 101 million euros. So, we have to just look at the pandemic and looking towards the future. The group chief executive Michael O'Leary said that he expects huge demand to lead to recover in the summer for passengers, except if this Omicron variant does start getting a little bit out of control again in the summer. But you have to think that the winter time is the worst for the variants, and in the summertime it should calm down a little bit. But he said the budget's carriers outlook remains uncertain, and it's cutting fares aggressively to try to restore passenger numbers to pre-pandemic levels by March. Only a couple of months to go. February and just over a month to go really. So we'll see if that comes into fruition. And we can't look at Ryanair without looking at EasyJet as well. They had their Q4 earnings released a few days ago, and even though they were on a loss, it wasn't as bad as estimates feared. And the directors also said that the loss in the first quarter is almost halved compared to the figure a year ago, and operating cash has been significantly reduced as well. So the rise of the Omicron variant is the thing that the CEOs are worried about the most. But bookings should increase bookings did increase when the UK government did actually relax these restriction measures for travelling, and we'll see if that has any impact on the stock going forward. So just looking at the MT4 today, and looking at Ryanair first of all. So Ryanair, as you can see, I've got this on a 4-hour chart for the majority of this session. So we're just looking now, it has had quite a heavy impact since the, let's just take a look, since Q4, in the middle of Q4, in the middle of November, but prices are now pushing up. What we're seeing now is this choppy action to the upside, but we have had a bit of a, let's say, a pause, and prices are now looking to start falling to the downside. But how far will they go to the downside? We'll have to wait and see. A lot of the majority of airlines are just basically driven, stocks are driven by the pandemic in the last couple of years, and obviously we're seeing that now more than anything. But the supply and demand for Brent oil, it's hitting $90 a barrel for the first time since 2014, which is quite significant as well. We're looking at other factors that could halt stock price progression for these large carriers, Ryanair and EasyJet being some of Europe's biggest ones, and obviously having the biggest fleet as well. So this could weigh heavy on them. So what we're looking for in the near term at least is possibly another move to the upside, and then we're going to just zoom in a little bit more for better clarification. So after this downturn leg, we've seen this choppy action. We have avoided these another bottom as a bounce at at this area here, roughly about the 14 area, and now we're pushing to the upside. This is going up another couple of dollars as well, so up to $16-17. So if we can break through this range, then there's no reason why we can't test these recent highs again. We've got another recent peak here. This was only in October as well, so that's quite significant in going forward. Let's just take a quick look at EasyJet as well. As I said, we can't look on Ryanair without looking on EasyJet. EasyJet, I've got it on the daily chart just to show you the great ascension that we saw. This was in the as the summer approached last year in 2021. Then we had this big detrimental downturn that lasted quite a few months, into the back end of Q4 as we approached 2022. Now we are we're doing a little bit of a sideways pattern at the moment. So in this being said, will we have another leg to the upside? It's looking very, very weighed down at the moment, and I just want to bring to your attention another move to the downside is possible, as we've seen in the recent months that we have looked at. So at the moment, we're just looking to see if we can get above the 650 level, and then that will be another push to the upside possibly. But at the moment, as you can see, it's quite way down, and another leg to the downside is probable in the near term at least. But if we do get a leg to the downside, just look out for this particular area here around the 590 area, and that will be a cause for concern for bulls especially, but bears should be in their element as it's looking to see another downturn leg. So with these European airline stocks out of the way now, we look forward to the next earnings. We've got Google and Alphabet, which is Google's parent company, to come. So we'll see what happens there. So that's all from the Stock Watch today. Thank you very much again for joining me, and we'll speak tomorrow. Bye for now.